Hey guys, welcome to your weekly reading for November 28th to December 4th. It's already December. Let's let's get going here. This is going to be an energy reading for the collective for the coming week. I'm reading for anyone and everyone, so you'll need to use your own discernment to decide what messages are or are not resonating with you. Information for personal bookings and holiday specials are in the bio below, and I think that's it. Let's jump in. So the overall energy for the week is the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, and I did a little clip actually before this reading looking into this energy, and it just felt, it almost feels like a message that has so many different ways that it can be presented, or like it's like the same message that can have so many different meanings, which is also why I kind of felt the need to be like, okay, let's approach this message from this angle of doing a quick clip of it, and then let's also approach it in the weekly reading. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it other than that, but I'm also very tongue-tied today, so bear with me. But let's jump right in, because it's a very interesting energy. I pick up this feeling of needing to take the reins of any limiting beliefs that you have, right? But it's like taking the reins in it in a way of making peace with it, right? Learning that they're not just going to vanish and disappear. That's not how it works. It's like we have to find a way to make friends with it, how to make peace with these limiting beliefs. I don't know which book it's from, but a friend of mine sent me a couple pages, and they were talking about how with self-doubt, instead of resisting, a good way to not resist it is to incorporate it into your day-to-day life, right? So it's like asking your self-doubt, what is it about this situation that's making you feel this way? Now, how can we look at this situation from a practical point of view so that we can make you feel at peace, and like we still get to do our thing and like move forward or do whatever it is that we want to do, and everyone's happy, right? Because it's a part of you. Your self-doubt is always going to be a part of you. Like you can heal certain beliefs that, you hopefully remove certain belief systems that no longer work with you, but you adapt new ones, and then you outgrow those ones, right? It's a continuous cycle. And I feel like this week is very much about, just making peace. It's like taking hold of the reins. It's almost a chariot energy, right? Like that Cancerian energy of taking the reins over your thoughts and emotions and just being like, hey, look, I see you. I know that X, Y, and Z doesn't make you feel good, or these things make you think this, or whatever it is, right? It's like having a heart-to-heart conversation with your own limiting belief system, right? I know that's a lot to like just kind of jump into, but that's just what I'm feeling with this. So let's see what else. Let's take a look at what kind of like the wrap up of last week, the energies that we were experiencing, and then we'll take a look at the coming week. I'm trying to think what was last week's or this past week's energy was very much about removing ourselves from timelines that don't work for us anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm so tongue-tied. Releasing the expectations, releasing I have to have this done by XYZ date, right? It was the energy of acknowledging that you are shifting to a different timeline, essentially, right? One where you're not in a lack space anymore. You're moving away from a lack space where lack is about feeling like you don't have something that you want right now, right? Which is another limiting belief. And this past week was very much about acknowledging the shift that was happening, acknowledging the change that's happening, because it throws you off, right? Like your whole concept of time is being recalibrated, basically. All right, let's see. What can you tell us about last week? Okay, Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I didn't even clue in that that's what fell out. I had a really, really busy week. My voice is kind of gone. Last week was just crazy, and even with all the sleep this weekend, I'm still sleepy, very sleepy. Two of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. I mean, these are two of like the best cards in my opinion in the deck, because Two of Cups means some sort of, you know, this can be, I mean, traditionally it represents soulmate energy, right? But remembering that soulmates come in so many different shapes and forms and experiences and people, right? Like there's different tiers to spiritual connections. You might meet a soulmate for a split moment in time, right? Like just in passing, and you have some sort of experience and that's it, right? But this energy with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like establishing these relationships and these connections that are going to withstand time. And I think a lot of this is based around that, again, going back to this idea of shifting a timeline, right? You're shifting that timeline because you're trusting more, you're releasing more, you're surrendering the need to know things more, right? You're establishing a deeper connection with yourself, with the universe, with your guides, with the people around you, right? And with the Ten of Pentacles, these are relationships and these are connections that are bringing a lot of stability to your life, and stability that's here. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is there for the long haul, you know? This is laying the foundation for your future. Like we're talking about not just near future, like long-term future planning here, right? With the right people. And that's what you're being surrounded by right now. And I think, again, this is all happening because of that shift to, you know what, like, just because it's not physically here right now doesn't mean I'm not getting it. I know I'm getting it. I'm so deserving of it. It's shifting to that energy where we don't need to be like, oh my gosh, it hasn't happened yet, it's not going to happen, right? That's panic. That doesn't make us feel good, right? So now that we're stepping into this change of how we perceive things and how we're perceiving time and what we do or do not have, we're also calling in other people and other experiences and situations that are building on this sense of long-term stability in our lives. Okay, let's take a look for the coming week. I've been on the fence about the zodiac readings at the end. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of thinking I might do it. We'll see what happens in the moment, but let me know what you think. For the coming week, November 28th to December 4th, please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. For the coming week. Oh, felt like something else might come up, but nope. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll just start talking and see. It's so funny because actually, when I was going into doing the meditation before recording this video, I asked what if there was a message that I was meant to deliver, and it felt more so guidance. And my guide from my guides was to go with the flow. So I think I'm just gonna jump in and see what comes up here, because again, that, like I said at the beginning, I feel like it just feels like there's so many layers to things, or there's so many different avenues this can go down. So I mean, these messages might be pertaining to, and in general, like this is a collective general reading, right? So if you're seeing a pattern in one area of your life, you're likely experiencing it or in some way, shape, or form in another, right? But this reading in particular, I feel like might just kind of tack on a few of those spots. Okay, overall energy is the Tower, right? Things coming crashing down so that we can rebuild. I love the Tower. I do. It's actually my favorite card, and I sometimes hesitate to say that just because of its traditional context, you know. But there's always positive to every card, right? There's a light and a dark to every card, and with the Tower, it's things that happen quickly and abruptly so that you can change course, or something can be rebuilt, or something that doesn't work and can clear out for you, right? And it's clarified here by the Two of Pentacles. So it's, and with there's a Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Wands that came out as well with the Tower card. And I get like it's this feeling of something this week. I feel like it's some sort of test to your independence. I don't know. I just get that. I mean, with the Nine of Pentacles, but I say like a test to it just because with this Three of Wands here, I'm getting this feeling of like, again, I keep going back to this idea of a timeline, right? It's almost just like, because this shift in how you're perceiving having things and not having things is taking place. It's almost, it's funny, my friend and I were talking about this last night. It's almost like this taunting energy around you, right? Where it's just like, I know I'm deserving of these things, so bring these things to me, right? But there's something that's coming in this week that's going to kind of knock down whatever sense of, I don't feel like impatience is the right word. I mean, maybe it's Sagittarius energy, right? This whole season is about finding temperance, patience, or it is about patience. I'm gonna pull some more cards because this is, how do I, with the Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Hermit, and the reverse as well. I feel like this is you just feeling good. Like the Queen of Wands, Queen of Fire, right? Again, Sagittarius season. But the Queen of Fire is, she's got this like va-va-voom to her, you know what I mean? And like that's male or female. Like it's not gender specific. But like it's almost like this sacral chakra right now is really active for you, right? It's your mojos. I don't know why. It's so funny because I get these readings every once in a while, and I never use the word mojo, but whenever I do these readings and I get that feeling, that's the word that comes to mind, mojo. You're feeling yourself, and it's like you have this confidence in knowing that the things that are coming in for you are coming in because you're believing in your manifestation abilities, right? That's why you're kind of like, it is a little bit of this taunting energy, like, I've done the work. I'm not mad that I don't have those things that I want, that I've been waiting on, but would I like to see them? Yeah. Right? Um, it's almost like a turning to the universe and being like, I've held up my end of the bargain. So, like something's got to give, right? The Hermit in the reverse as well is just making me laugh because this is, I get the feeling like sometimes this in the reverse position, the Hermit can refusing to do the work, but I feel like this is that I've done the work, I'm not doing any more work. I am ready to receive. You're ready to receive, but there's still something unbalanced here, which is why the Tower is coming in. It's like you're sitting there thinking that you know all the answers and you got it all figured out. So like, what's the hold up? Bring it, but there's still something you're not seeing here. And that's why the Tower's coming in. I just got really itchy all of a sudden. Do I want to go to Oracle yet? No, let's do this. Can you tell me more about this Tower energy, please? And thank you. Tell me more about this Tower energy, please. And thank you. Blah, blah, blah. I think we're going to take that. Yes, the Devil pops out. Okay. Oh, wait, I took that. Nope, there's that Two of Cups again. Wow. This is such an interesting... Two of Cups, Five of Wands, the Devil, the Hanged Man, and the Star. I feel like you've probably already been experiencing this a little bit in the past few days where it feels like you're being, like temptations are coming up, right? But I don't know. I just get the feeling that even though these temptations are coming up, it's more so an acknowledgement or a recognition of them, right? It's not so much a, oh yeah, I'm gonna get suckered in and stooped in and repeat this pattern all over again. It's more of a, no, I see what's happening here, and I'm not down. But the Hangman and the Star, yeah, it's just like you're seeing some sort of new potential. Like there's something, again, like going back to this Queen of Wands and the Magician, it's just like there's this certainty of knowing what's coming in for you, right? Like whatever you've been waiting, it's like you can't explain it, but you just know something is coming in for you or something is shifting. I mean, this can be, remember, these are general messages, right? Overall, it seems positive, but sometimes like that Tower can be scary, right? Like let's not pretend, right? It means upheaval. And it could be, I mean, it is a major arcana, so it does indicate that it is shaking some sort of piece of our current foundation so that we can clear it out to rebuild on it, or if it's not serving us at all, to remove it altogether, right? And I feel the need to emphasize that for some reason. I don't, this message, whoever it's for, because I get the feeling, again, you're doing a little bit of that taunting energy where it's just like, well, it certainly doesn't feel like things are going in my favor, right? And it's just like, they always are. It doesn't matter how shit things can feel sometimes, and like they can, believe me, like we all have it, but it's your choice how you choose to perceive a situation, right? If you keep saying this, why do these things keep happening to me? Then you're going to consistently feel like bad things or things that are unfavorable are happening to you, right? But if you look at it and say, okay, well, that wasn't ideal and I wasn't expecting that today, but not really much I can do about it, like move on, right? Your whole day in general would just feel better, right? Because you're not you're not going over the situation again and again and thinking about how unfair it was, right? It's just like, you can dwell in it for a little bit, of course. Like, you want to always process like your thoughts and emotions, but you also don't want to let it ruin your day, right? I know that was a bit of a side tangent, but I just felt the need to say that. Anyways, okay. I'm going to finish off with, I rarely use this deck, so I'm going to read from the book, but I want to finish off. And then let's do quick zodiac messages. Okay. Final message for the week. Please and thank you, Spirit. Final message for the week. Every deck I've used today. See that? It flipped up and then went right back. My candle. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. That's very interesting, especially with the two of, that makes so much sense. It's like, with the Two of Cups there and the Five of Wands and the Devil around it, again, it's like the temptation, right? It's just, you're picking up on certain things and you're being very discerning about, no, that's not me, or that's not for me, or whatever it is, right? For those of you who are feeling a lot of energy that's probably not yours right now, something that I repeat to myself, I mean, first of all, taking a shower and like imagining things washing off of you is a really good practice as well. But something really quick and easy you can say is, please clear away and release me of any and all energy that does not belong to me or does not serve me. Please clear away and return this energy where it belongs so that it may be transmuted and healed with love. I call back my power, my strength, my energy. Thank you for protecting me. Disconnect from what is not yours, right? And removing yourself, like temptation, like, no, thank you. Don't need it, right? Whew. Oh, I just had it. Okay, empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressure to keep up a certain pace, instead put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. Interesting. Yeah, release any temptation, anything that's not feeling good to you. Anytime, if you're feeling like, especially if all of a sudden you just feel this rush of emotion or thoughts or anxiousness, just repeat that. Please clear away and release me of all and energy. I'm getting so tongue-tied. I'm getting more and more tongue-tied as it goes on. Please clear away and release me of any energy that does not belong to me and does not serve me. Please return to this energy to its rightful place so that it may be transmuted and healed with love. I call back my power, my strength, my energy. Thank you for protecting me. Woo. Okay. Wow. Wow. Let's go with this. Sagittarius. Let's see. What is the message for you guys this week? Justice. Okay. Things potentially, hopefully working out in your favor, right? I feel like there is some sort of karma closing out for you this week. It's like, don't be surprised if it comes like good things, heavy things, good things, heavy things, right? It's almost like it's literally balancing out, but it's kind of doing like this funny bouncing act this week. Leo, message for you, Leo. Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of independence, okay? Probably time to go treat yourself to something nice. This is a card of recognizing your hard work and recognizing that you're being rewarded for your hard work. So go treat yourself. Not that a Leo ever has a hard time treating themselves. Let's see for Aries, please and thank you. Oh, no. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Just taking action towards what... Aries, I feel like if something's just not working, then stop putting... It's just like putting so much thought and energy into things right now, but making sure that you're putting thought and energy into the right things, okay? I really feel like you want to take action, but like make sure you're taking the right action. Don't just act impulsively because you want something done, right? Gemini. Ten of Cups. Happiness, overflowing. This is just... I always feel the need, and in particular right now, to point out the Ten of Cups. It's a very happy card, but it talks about reaching the end of the rainbow. That rainbow that comes at the end of the storm, right? You've been through a trialing period. You're about to see some nice little blessings coming in for you now. Little happy moments. Maybe big happy moments. Whatever it is. Libra. Three of Cups. Reconciliation. I don't know why. As soon as I went to pick that card up, I heard university friend. I don't know if maybe you're meant to be connecting with a friend from university, or a friend from university is going to be reaching out to you. But yeah, that felt very specific. Aquarius, please and thank you. Aquarius, please and thank you. Page of Swords, seeing things in a new way. I mean, this is your air energy here already. It's like, I feel like a little bit of like a light bulb moment with this Page of Swords. It's kind of just like, oh, that's interesting. And it's like almost something, it feels so simple that switches you onto an entirely new path of thought. I feel like there's just a lot of curiosity around you right now. You're exploring something that's familiar, but from a different point of view kind of thing, which is interesting. Explore with curiosity. Virgo. Fellow Virgos. Where are we? Oh, okay. Six of Swords, moving away from troubling times. Knight of Wands. This could be moving away from a fire sign, or moving towards, sorry, the way that the cards fell out, actually, I feel like this is more so saying moving towards, if you've been feeling, I mean, I'm Virgo, I get it. This happened to me literally today, but we have this tendency to be like, this is fine, everything's fine, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden being like, I am not okay, this is not fine. And I feel like these moments shake you. But with this energy, I feel like you've been learning to heal this quite a bit, and you're moving towards releasing that energy. So be proud of yourself. Capricorn, please and thank you. Eight of Pentacles. Something paying off in your favor, Capricorn. Eight of Pentacles is all about working towards something, but I feel like this is almost about like collecting things, making a collection of something. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he mentioned, oh my gosh, why did I just lose my train of thought? I feel like I just went to tell two different stories, and then they like merge. And anyways, I'm gonna go with this one. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was mentioning about opening an online shop, and we had this conversation of, okay, well, why don't you? Oh, it's funny now that I think about it. He's Capricorn, so hey, if you're watching, why don't you make a collection of items? Like, start before you open your shop. Can start being creative and building these things so that you have a collection of these things to put online to sell. So you're not just getting an order and having to make it and getting an order and having to make it, right? So I feel like something you're either getting inspired to do this work or you're beginning this process of making a collection of things. Sorry, that one took a little bit longer to get out, but that might have been very specific for the Capricorn that I'm thinking of right now. But there was a similar situation, not with the Capricorn though. Okay, anyways, Taurus. Upright or reversed? What am I getting with this? The Moon and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I feel like there's some sort of letting go of control happening here. It's almost like with the Moon, or you're having some sort of acknowledgement of where you try to. And I'm saying that because, like, if you look, the way the Queen of Swords is, like, she's holding things in her hand, right? And with the Moon card being in the reverse, it's kind of giving me this feeling of realizing that you're not in control of these things. It might be some sort of like epiphany or, like a trigger, a memory. It could be any number of things that kind of comes up this week. So just pay attention to that. Where are we at? Pisces. Okay. Five of Pentacles. This is a card of feeling left out in the cold. I feel like this is more about just getting this feeling of feeling left in the dark a little bit. But you have to remember that those moments of darkness are just as important as any other process of the journey, right? Because there's something, it's a moment of time out for you, but it's also a moment for the universe to literally work its magic and to build things without you being involved in those things, right? So don't stress too much about it, Pisces. Cancer, please. Cancer, please, and thank you. That's a lot, so I'm only going to take, holy smokes, Cancer. Ace of Cups and Strength. I'm just going to take these two cards. I feel like there's some sort of revelation you're having right now about love. It's like you're facing something that was very difficult for you to face, but it's actually you're really listening to your intuition right now to remove some sort of deception that's been around you, and that's going to help you bring in, if you're looking for some new, it doesn't have to be in love, but some sort of happy new beginning. It's coming in, but you have to kind of go through the motions to get there. Go through the motions, Cancer. Scorpio. Sorry, Scorpio. Please and thank you. Knight of Cups, moving forward with an offer of love potentially, or an offer of love coming towards you, or this is just taking action towards things that really make you feel good. I feel like, just with the way that this card is, it's almost like you're seeing another side to some sort of situation that's bringing a sense of excitement and happiness to you. This could be going back. I'm getting the feeling going back towards something that brings you a sense of happiness, but either way, it's a card of action, right? So might be giving you the choice of saying, hey, you can perceive things this way or that way, like which one of the two makes you happy. Okay, guys, I hope these messages resonated with you. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe. It always helps out so much. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading or any of the holiday specials, check the link below, and I will see you next week.